Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Hail Caesar. Now, I am a big Coen Brothers fan. I think that they have made lots and lots of awesome movies. Like, I love Fargo, The Big Lebowski. The list is just go on and on and on. They're great filmmakers. However, they definitely make some movies that don't necessarily hit with me. And the thing that's always interesting to me is I always kind of feel like if they make a movie and I'm not a big fan of it, I always kind of feel like, it's probably me. I'm probably the one who's wrong here. But that doesn't make it any different that I don't like the movie all that much. And I think a lot of the time it's their comedies that are kind of hit or miss with me. Now, I just mentioned The Big Lebowski. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of that. I really like The Hudsucker Proxy. I know some people didn't like it, but I liked Burn After Reading. But on the other hand, The Lady Killers I thought was a pile of garbage, and Intolerable Cruelty I didn't think was very good, and Hail Caesar I didn't think was all that good. Now, I liked elements of it. I thought, even saying so much that I liked elements of it, I thought elements of it were done exceptionally well. Like, I liked the way it was shot a lot of the time. There's some effects that are purposefully cheesy, which I thought were really kind of fun to watch. And like some of those are because this movie does take place in kind of like the golden era of Hollywood. But it's not just like, we're seeing golden era style sets that are purposely cheesy because that'd be accurate, but also there are scenes that are outside of that world that are also have the same kind of feel where they're very obvious, like they're like poorly made. Like, it's the type of thing that you could see in like a somewhat more expensive kind of mid-level stage show where all of a sudden you see something come out and it doesn't look half bad. You're like, wow, it doesn't look like, you can't see string coming off of it or anything like that, but you can also tell, okay, well, that's just being pulled out and it's not legitimate in any way, shape, or form. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I kind of enjoy that. I think that's pretty good. I think the acting is, for the most part, very good, and I think that the key to it is you gotta look at the acting, like, what are they trying to do? And they're trying to go for that kind of overwrought, cheesy style that you could see in some of those movies from the golden era of Hollywood, and they're going for that at both while they're making these performances that are supposed to be in movies and out. And I think a lot of them did those exceptionally well. It sounds weird to say that it would be difficult to pull off something like that, but I think it actually would be with it being like consistent, and that across the board is solid. One of my favorite characters is played by Tilda Swinton, and she actually plays a pair of characters, and I thought each of them had their own like personality, and I thought that was very well done. And I thought like some of the production numbers were extremely well put together. Like, there's a whole dance and song sequence with Channing Tatum, and for what they were trying to do, they pulled it off exceptionally. But the problem for me with this movie is there's not really any moment in it where anything lands for me. Like, the entire time, it's just something that's going on in front of my eyes. I never invested in any of the characters. I never found any of the stories to be compelling or interesting. There's a whole thing with communism in this movie where they go into great lengths of a character trying to be wooed over to communism, and it's well written, but every time it's just like, oh, they're doing that again. Okay. And that was my reaction to pretty much everything across the board. And that's obviously not a successful movie for me. I do think that I know that this movie has gotten very good reviews, and I do get it to a degree. Like, if this movie happens to hit you, then I could totally see why somebody would like it, because they made a choice and they completely stuck with it and they pulled it off. It just, to me, didn't work. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Hail Caesar. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you think in the comments below, especially if you like it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and like, if you like, I feel like people are gonna be like, I don't think you got it, Matthew, and that may very well be true. And if that's the case, if it's just me, then well, I know it's not just me, but if it's just that I didn't get it, then I'd love to hear what I didn't get, because I really felt like when I was watching it, like I spent the entire movie kind of like on a knife's edge of respect and boredom. And that's not where you want to be in a movie, because it really denoted the fact that I was never investing in the movie itself. I was kind of analyzing it as I went, because I felt like the movie demanded analyzation to like it. And I love these guys and I wanted to like it, but I just never got there. So yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below if you've seen it, what you thought of it. Please hit that like button. It's very, very helpful for my channel. And hit that subscribe button. I love talking to people about movies, so I love getting new subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, please, please, please subscribe. That would be awesome. And other than that, have yourself a nice day.